Hello, my name is Audrey.
Hello, my name is Hanny.
Hello, my name is Samira.
Hello, my name is Iskandar.
Hello there, my name is James.
Hello, my name is Shah.
Hello there, my name is James, and we're giving a brief introduction on what is constitutional monarchy. But before I go into what is constitutional monarchy, I will first talk about what is a constitution and a monarchy. Now, a constitution means a state or country that is governed by laws and rights of the people, while monarchy means king or queen as the head of state. On the other hand, constitutional monarchy means a monarch acting as the head of the country, but one with pure political power is the government. For instance, let us look into Malaysia, where we have the Agong acting as the head of state for ceremonial purposes, but the one that conducts the administration of the country is the Prime Minister and also ministers.
So now let's talk about the constitutional monarchy background. During the pre-independence period, Malaysia was referred to as Malaya and was subject to British colonial governance. Prior, the region was made up of several separate entities and British colonies, including the Federated Malay States and the Unfederated Malay States, which were under British protection. During this particular era, the Malay monarchs exercised significant jurisdiction over their respective states, while the British colonial government assumed responsibility for the governance of the nation. The establishment of the dual system of administration served as the basis for the subsequent development of a constitutional monarchy. Post-World War II, the movement, the 1948 Federation of Malaya Agreement, introduced constitutional reforms that preserved the role of Malay rulers as constitutional monarchs with ceremonial powers. The year 1963 marked the establishment of Malaysia, which resulted from the amalgamation of Malaya, Singapore, Sabah and Sarawak. Thus, Malaysia has implemented a constitutional monarchy framework in which the Yang di-Pertuan Agong, also known as the King, assumes the role of a symbolic figurehead. The establishment of a constitutional monarchy refers to the process by which a political system is formed wherein a monarch serves as the head of state, yet the powers and authority of the monarch are limited and regulated by a constitution. In summary, the constitutional monarchy in Malaysia has its origin in the pre-independence era and was preserved during the negotiation for independence and the formation of Malaysia. Today, Malaysia's constitutional monarchy is a key feature of its political system, combining traditional Malay rulers with democratic governance.
Let's talk about concept of constitutional law. Concept ceremonial role of the monarch. They play a mostly ceremonial role, representing the country abroad and participating in events like state visit and ceremonies. Constitutional framework. The Constitution is the fundamental legal text that outlines the composition of the executive branch, the division of power and the right ls and liberties of the people. It frequently specific the monarch's responsibilities and authority, which are typically regulates the law. Elected government. The government is in charge of running the country on a daily basis and is headed by elected leader, like a president or a prime minister. Rule of law. The law applies to everyone, including the kind and elected authorities, and everyone is obliged to follow the rules. Limited power of the monarch. Usually the country's constitution and laws place restrictions on the monarch's authority, citizen rights, and liberties. Constitutional monarchies often uphold the rights and freedoms of citizen, which are enshrined in the Constitution. Political stability. Because the presence of a hereditary monarch may provide continuity and a feeling and national identity even when government change through elections. Constitutional monarchy are frequently connected with political stability.
The Conference of Rulers in Malaysia is a council comprising the 9 rulers of the Malay state and the governor or Yang di-Pertuan Negeri the other 4 states. It was officially established by Article 38 of the Constitution of Malaysia and is the only such institution in the world according to the Malaysian National Library. Its main responsibility is the election of the Yang di-Pertuan Agong and his deputy, the Timbalan Yang di-Pertuan Agong, which occurs every 5 years or when the position falls vacant either through death, resignation or removal from office. Although its position in the process of elective monarchy is unique, the Conference of Rulers also plays a role in amending the Constitution of Malaysia and some other policy, in particular those articles which has been entranced, namely those pertaining to the status of the rulers, the special privilege of the indigenous Bumiputra, the status of the Malay language as the national language, and the clause governing the entrenchments of such article. Every 5 years or when a vacancy occurs, the ruler convene as the Conference of Rulers to elect among themselves the Yang di-Pertuan Agong, the federal.
Appointment of Yang di-Pertuan Agong. Only rulers are chosen based on their seniority according to the duration they are rulers in the respective state. Vote is only done by the rulers. In attendance are the rulers and penyimpan mohor besar raja-raja or PMBRR, the keeper of the ruler's seal. The keeper of the ruler's seals will conduct the voting process. Appointment in rotation that cannot be chosen twice in one term. Appointment in every 5 years. Result of the vote are private and confidential, and minimum 5 votes from the conference of rulers. Two main principles about the power of Yang di-Pertuan Agong. Yang di-Pertuan Agong must act based on principle of acting on advice. Also, Yang di-Pertuan Agong has discretionary power. Lastly, discretionary power, a power granted to a head of state or government to act on his own discretion under certain conditions. Main roles of Yang di-Pertuan Agong. First one is head of the country, head of the federation, head of religion of Islam, head of the executive body, head of legislative body, head of judiciary body, head of the armed force. Responsibility of Yang di-Pertuan Agong as the head of Islam. Firstly, Islamic affairs administration in the state and federal territories. Also, for 4 state and 3 federal territories, consider things in relation to Islam as well as cultural and traditional matters. Also, pass the state bills related to Islamic affairs and law state enactment.
DPA has head of the country. Executive power. Article 39, Constitution. Administrative power is given to cabinet or minister given power by the cabinet. Article 41. Acts on the device of cabinet or any minister acting on the power given by the cabinet. Has the right to receive all information from administrative matters from the cabinet. Appointment of highest position in the country. Legislative power. Article 44. YDPA, the House of Representatives and Senate YDPA must consent to the legal bill before it can be promulgated as a legal law. Article 55 YDPA has the power to call, stop and dissolve the parliament. Agree-disagree to legal bills that require the consent of the Conference of Rulers. Judiciary powers. According to Article 122, to appoint the head of judiciary, Chief Justice, judges of Federal and High Court, must act on the advice of Chief Justice. Article 42, power to grant pardon. Protect the society, country's sovereignty and culture. Safeguarding the special position of the Malays and natives of Sabah and Sarawak. Ensure and protect the Malay culture and tradition. Ensure and protect the interests of other races. Safeguard the privileged position, honors and dignities of the Malay rulers, their Royal Highness. Power to declare a state of emergency and introduce emergency law. Article 150.
Hi, I'm back. Now, to summarize everything which has been stated before, we can see that Malaysia is a constitutional monarchy with a parliamentary system of government, and Malaysia's constitutional monarchy blends traditional monarchy with democratic governance, where elected representatives hold the real political power while the monarchy plays a symbolic and ceremonial role in the country's governance. And this system has contributed to Malaysia's stability and growth as a nation, allowing it to balance tradition with the demands of a modern and diverse society.
Thank you for watching.